Oh, YouTube, what's up? Hey, how y'all doing? God damn, look at you. I ain't seen y'all in a minute. How y'all been doing? And y'all still fucking with me. God damn. That's what's up. Shout out to everybody to support me. For supporting me. Good looking out, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back to McFly's Kitchen. We back up in this thing for the 20 and 21. That's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and rock it out today. You know, we finna just talk about understanding life. You gotta understand life. And what I mean by understanding life, you gotta just, the way to understand it, you know, is you gotta sit back, sit your ass down and just, you know, relax for a minute. Just think about it. Think about what motivates you and all that shit. You know, I've been talking about motivation and I've been talking about get off your ass and, you know, I'm gonna put some dishes in your face still. I'm still gonna, you know, make some drinks. You know, I've been laying low on the alcohol. You know, I've been sipping a little wine lately, you know, just trying to, you know, just, you know, level out, you know, just trying to mellow out, you know, just trying to, you know, kill the alcohol for a minute, you know what I'm saying? I sip a little wine, you know what I'm saying? It's just cool it. But, you know, one thing I thought about, let me tell you what I thought about life. You know, the thing that I thought about life is like the things that you overlook are the most important things in life. The things that you take for granted is the whole reason of our being. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say is, you know, if you really look at life right now, all the shit that's motivating you, life is real simple. You know why people do the things that they do? You know why you do the things that you do? It's because you programmed to do the things that you do. You don't step outside the norm. You know what I'm saying? If you step outside the norm and just look around you, look at everything around you, see how beautiful life can get, how beautiful life is, you would take the time to enjoy it. And what I mean by take the time to enjoy it, everything ain't about money. If you understand what I'm saying. You got to dig what I'm saying. Everything ain't about money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be happy. Real happiness is not about money. Money is just, you know, money is an asset. Of course we need it. We gonna need the bread. Of course we need that bread. But it's all about peaceful living. You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, when you work, do your job and do your thing, of course, you know, it's always somebody working harder than you. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's always somebody working harder than you. That right there alone haunts the shit out of me. That's why I just keep going. Because it's always somebody out there getting it. It's always somebody out there doing something. That's why you can't sit on your ass. But you got to live life the way it is. You just got to take a step back and just look at it. That's why you look around. You know what I'm saying? Out of all this shit that we done been through as a whole, how long have you been on this earth? And that's your age. All the shit that you done been through. Do you think that it stops here? Do you think your life stops where you at right now? It don't. It's more to it. It's levels to this shit. It's levels to peace. And what I mean by levels to peace, it ain't talking about giving a fuck about nobody or how they think or nothing like that. When you in your own zone, when you doing your thing on your own terms. See, it's just like, when I mean step outside the box, it's like, this is what I mean. When you step outside the box and you program to live how you living right now, it's just like when you living at home with your parents, or you got a, you know, you in a situation like you in a relationship. You in a living relationship, you ain't, just say you ain't used to living by yourself, right? You ain't used to living by yourself. Now you get your own crib. You get your own crib. Now, when you was living with somebody, you know, when you get ready to go to bed and shut it down and shit like that, you cut all the lights off and all that. You usually sometimes you tiptoe through the house, or cut the TV down and shit like that because other people are in the room sleeping, right? That's what they're doing. When you get your own apartment, you catch yourself doing the same things because it's not registered. It's not registering in your head that you got your own shit now. And that's the whole thing about life. See, you programmed to live your life the way you live it. You get up, you do what you gotta do, you go to work, you go home. You know what I'm saying? You do the same thing every day. Switch that shit up and do something different. Do something that you ain't never did before. If you a workaholic, don't go to work for a few days. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say like, you know what I'm saying, if you're married, say married. I'm not saying, I ain't saying if you're married or something, you know, go. I'm not saying nothing like that, but just go out. Something that you're afraid to do, go do it. If you're afraid of heights, go mountain climbing. if you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say if you're afraid of dogs, shit, go to an animal shelter. Do something that you're afraid of today. And you can see how beautiful life can be. Because once you pass that fear mark, that mark of fear, once you pass that mark of fear, and you break through that little realm of fear, you'll see the beauty on the other side. I did a previous video called Fuck Fear, right? Fear is the whole reason, you know what I'm saying, that you at where you at today. That's why you at where you at today, because you scared to get out that comfort zone. Once you get out that comfort zone, once you live uncomfortable, your whole life can change for the better. Being uncomfortable is what makes you. I'm going to tell you what life is. Life is the most epic sport. Hands down, period. That's why it's so beautiful. That's why I love it. That's why you should love life. It's the most epic sport. You can't take time out. You can't take time out. You got to live it. You got to go. It's always going. It don't stop. And that's the beauty of it. Everything is always evolving and transforming. But you is just doing the same thing. You in that comfort zone. You doing the same thing. Go to work. You don't take time to enjoy yourself. You don't take time to see how beautiful life can be. If you really take the time and see how beautiful life can get, you'll understand the whole thing. You'll understand this whole thing. You got to use your third eye. You got this one, you got this one, and you got this one right here. That's what you got to use. You got to open your mind to it's a whole nother world out here. Besides the daily basic shit that we all doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, because I'm not doing this shit no more. I look at the world from a whole different perspective. I look at it from a logical way, and I look at it from a spiritual way too. We are all based up on energy. Everything is energy. You can't kill energy. It just transfers. You can't kill it. And that's what this world ain't nothing but a big ass ball of energy. That's what it is. And it's so much beautiful energy just floating around. It's a lot of peace floating around right now. But you study, focus on the good things. Focus on the beauty of life. All the smallest shit, if you just go outside and look at the trees and just look at just look at everything. Just look at traffic look at everything. Traffic as a whole. Traffic, everything moving around you. And after you look at all that shit, go somewhere peaceful. To like a river, a lake, waterfall, or a park. Ain't nobody around. And just listen to nature. You can go out there and get your glass of wine, whatever you do, and just listen to nature and see how beautiful life can be. You know what I'm saying? Get your little sandwich and just sit down and just chill out. Enjoy life for what it is. See, people are constantly trying to work to get rich. People are constantly trying to strive to be better and grind and make it to the top, and that's okay. But if you take the time to look at the journey around you, look at your journey. Pay attention to the journey. Pay attention to everything. It's just like you taking a trip out of town. You taking a trip out of town, you focus straight ahead. But the best moment of that trip is to the people that's riding with you, to the kids in the back seat, or the person that's riding shotgun. You driving. Everybody else, they looking at, everything on the side of the road. They sightseeing, they looking around. Of course you looking around, but you ain't really paying attention that much because you focused on the road, right? You supposed to be focused on the road. But everybody else, they're just looking around. They seeing shit you ain't seeing. But if you pull over, get your partner to drive, and you take a look around, you'll see a whole nother world. Or if you just pull over, what if you driving by yourself? If you pull over, you know what I'm saying? If you're going out of town, pull over and stop to see, you in a new town, pull over and stop and check it out. Pull over, take your time. Take your time. Every time you go on trips, don't just take the trip. It ain't about the destination. Enjoy that journey. Look around you. Like some people, when they take flights, they look out the window, they know what I'm saying? They're looking at the ground looking at the ground from above in the sky and all that shit. The pilot, he focused on trying to get to where the destination. Of course he's seeing, seeing everything, and he got a better view. But the people that's working, sometimes you got to look at life outside the norm. You got to go ahead and get out that comfort zone and just say, fuck it. And just enjoy it. Enjoy and see how beautiful life can be if you just use your mind. You know, don't worry about, you know what I'm saying? Your responsibility is going to be there. But just see how beautiful life is and live and love that shit. I mean, all this gang violence and all these killings and all this shit, take a break from that shit. Sometimes you just going to have to build your own world. And what I mean by build your own world, you know, some people say it best, you know what I'm saying? I was watching this dude, man. He explained, you know what I'm saying? He explained this thing about, you know, with Lil Wayne. He was explaining, and it came to my attention too. And he was talking about when Lil Wayne was, you know, getting criticized for the little Black Lives thing, when he said that he didn't know what racism was and stuff like that. He was like, don't come at me with that shit. It ain't got nothing to do with me, you know. And which it was kind of harsh, and, you know, a lot of people took, you know, heed to that. But I understand what he was talking about and where Lil Wayne was coming from too. He's in his own world. He's in his own world. You bringing this shit into my world. Don't come at me with that shit. This is my world. I done built my world. I got a place of peace. Life is beautiful over here. Don't come at me with that bullshit. Okay, we know all this shit is going on. We know everything around us. We are fully aware. Be fully aware of everything around you. Just learn how to build that space and that bubble of peace. You gotta dig and see how beautiful life is through all this chaos. You know it's not gonna get no better out here. You're gonna have to make it better. And that's the simplest shit you can do. It's just to look around and see how beautiful life is. Do what makes you happy. The simplest shit. Go on picnics and shit. It's all good. Enjoy your life, baby. It's a beautiful life, and you don't even know it. Ain't nothing wrong with grinding and working, but sit back and understand this is a beautiful life. And if you open up that third eye, you'll understand exactly what the hell I'm talking about. I'm telling you now. You'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's a peaceful world. Everything that's going on, men doing this as a whole. Everybody doing this shit to each other. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we can control some things we can't, and some things we can. You know what I'm saying? Some things are hard, some things are fucked up. You know, it's a lot of shit going on. There's so much shit going on. That's why you need to go ahead and you got to build your own world around you. Build your own world, and you can see how beautiful life is. All that negative, that's why I say all that negative shit, all that negative talk, when you build your own world, you can tell people don't come at you with that shit. Just like Lil Wayne told that reporter, don't come at me with that bullshit, man. Don't come at me with that. You tell people don't come at you with that negative shit. Of course, sometimes you got to cut the TV off. That's why I be talking about cutting social media off and TV off and all that. Sometimes you got to cut all that shit off. Pick up a book or something. Go for a walk. Go outside, enjoy nature. Go out to a bar. You know what I'm saying? Socialize with good people. Like you used to. For all this social media started. Just go out there. Like you used to go outside. You know, you can go outside. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, stay 6 feet and all that bullshit. You know, keep your distance. You know, do what you're supposed to do with everything. But you can see the beauty of life. You know what I'm saying? You're already 6 feet apart. Go ahead. Hey, that's a bubble right there. That's a social distancing bubble right there. You know, build your own world. You can create your own world. Create your own universe. You can do that on this planet. Build your own heaven on earth. You can build your own heaven on earth. Once you understand that, this world, build your own world. In the Bible, it say on earth as it is in heaven. You made in God's image. Build your own world. God, he protects his children. Of course he do. And you are made in God's image. You are made in God's image. You are. You can do the same. You build your own world. Ain't nobody gonna, this is your world. This is your life. Can't nobody come in your life. Can't nobody bring no negativity. Can't nobody bring none of that in your life unless you allow them to. You can make your own life beautiful. Make it beautiful. Make your life. Life can be beautiful if you want it to. That mentality, it's a motherfucker. I'll be seeing y'all, all right? Like, comment, and subscribe.